Am I the AITA for swapping the luggage tags so my sister-in-law Jen ended up with the ugly bridesmaid dress? I just got married 2 weeks ago, and my sister-in-law Jen, 32 female, is accusing me of sabotaging her on purpose. Maybe I did, but I think she deserved it. Context. Jen has this thing where she always needs the best of everything at family events. Best seat at dinner, she'll literally hover until someone moves. Biggest piece of cake. If there are party favors, she grabs multiple. At my engagement party, she took the centerpiece from the head table before I could save it. For my wedding, I ordered 5 custom bridesmaid dresses in the same style but different shades of blue, ombre effect. All beautiful, but the sapphire was definitely the most stunning and photographed best. I assigned each bridesmaid a specific dress shade based on their coloring and where they'd stand in photos. I wanted my best friend in the sapphire since she's my maid of honor. Dresses arrived at my mom's house 1 week before the wedding in labeled garment bags. The first person to arrive for dress pickup, Jen. She opened every single bag, saw the sapphire dress, and immediately claimed it was hers, even though it clearly had my MOH's name tag. My mom called me panicking. Jen refused to give it back and said first come, first served, and that I should have been more specific. She literally walked out with the sapphire dress. I was livid. This was the final straw after years of her grabbing the best of everything. So I did something petty. I had my MOH's dress professionally relabeled with Jen's name. Then I switched Jen's actual dress, a beautiful periwinkle, into a backup powder blue dress bag. Still pretty, but definitely the least photogenic shade. Wedding day arrives, Jen shows up already wearing her sapphire dress, smug as hell. Everything goes fine until we're doing photos and the photographer keeps having to adjust because Jen's dress doesn't fit the ombre flow where she's standing. Then, during the reception, Jen overhears my cousin mention that the sapphire dress was supposed to be for my MOH and that I'd specifically chosen powder blue for Jen because it washed her out the least. Jen exploded. She screamed at me in front of guests that I tricked her into wearing the sapphire dress, knowing it wasn't hers, and that I made her look bad in photos on purpose. I told her she literally stole someone else's labeled dress, and I just relabeled it correctly. She's now telling everyone I sabotaged her and demanding I pay for her to get professional photos retouched because the sapphire makes her skin look sallow. My husband thinks it's hilarious, but my mother-in-law is furious with me for playing games instead of being the bigger person. Am I the AITA for letting Jen steal the wrong dress?
Okay, this is quite funny. So you go out of your way to find the color that will suit your sister-in-law's complexion. Then, of course, she doesn't want that dress. She wants the pretty blue sapphire dress that doesn't match her skin tone. Then she complains to you because the pictures don't look as nice as they could. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Accusing OP of ruining her own wedding pictures on purpose is the cherry on the cake. There was very little work needed from OP to obtain revenge, just swapping some tags and letting the situation follow its course. All that happened to Jen is purely self-inflicted. She seems to have a spoiled child mentality. It looks like we have a response from Jen on Reddit, though. Let's have a look.
Comment from u/Jen ISIL 2025. This is literally psychotic. You knew that dress didn't suit me and you let me wear it anyway. I looked awful in the photos and now they're permanent. I took the sapphire dress because it was clearly the nicest one and you never said I couldn't. First come, first served is fair. And for the record, I don't always take the best of everything. I just know what I like and I'm not shy about it. Maybe if you were more assertive instead of playing manipulative games, we wouldn't have this problem. You humiliated me at your wedding instead of just talking to me like an adult. Everyone is making fun of me in the family group chat. I'm never attending another one of your events. Enjoy your perfect photos without me.
Okay, now it's even better. The sister-in-law is actually accusing OP of letting her make a mistake. I mean, that's ridiculous. So she expected OP to prevent her from stealing the sapphire dress that she absolutely wanted to wear? She's complaining that OP didn't prevent her from humiliating herself? Looks like the story's not finished yet, though, because there's another update from OP.
Update: my SIL found the post, commented, see above, and has now escalated. Oh my god, you guys. Jen found my post, and her unhinged comment speaks for itself. But it gets so much worse. After Jen posted her reply, she screenshotted the entire thread and sent it to every single family member, including my 80-year-old grandmother, with a message saying I publicly humiliated her on the internet and that I'm a manipulative narcissist who planned this attack. Then she created a side-by-side comparison photo of herself in the sapphire dress versus my MOH in her actual periwinkle dress and posted it on Facebook with a lengthy caption about toxic brides and family sabotage. She tagged me, my husband, and our wedding photographer. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. My husband's family went through the wedding photos more carefully, and someone noticed that in the background of several ceremony shots, you can literally see Jen opening the other garment bags before the wedding started. There's a photo of her checking the name tags and smirking. My MOL, who was originally mad at me, saw these photos and finally realized Jen has been pulling this grab the best stuff routine for years. She called Jen, and apparently there was a massive fight where Jen admitted she knew it wasn't technically her dress, but thought she deserved the nicest one because she's been in the family longer than my MOH. Now, the family group chat is in absolute chaos. Half of them are sharing their own Jen took the best one stories. Apparently, she's been doing this at every family event for a decade. Someone's keeping a running list, and we're up to 23 incidents. Jen has announced she's going no contact with the toxic side of the family, meaning anyone who didn't support her. She's also threatening to sue me for defamation and emotional distress because this post got so much attention. My husband asked if he's allowed to get this printed on a t-shirt. I married the woman who out-pettied my sister. I'm framing the photo of Jen checking the name tags. No regrets.
It looks like the sister-in-law's escalation magnificently backfired on her. So she wanted to get the family on her side. Well, be careful what you post on the internet, because people may notice things you don't want them to notice, like you going through bags of dresses. It's a good thing that Jen's reckless behavior is now out in the open and known to the whole family. This will maybe help correct her behavior, as it won't be enabled anymore by her mother. For this one, I'll say OP is certainly not the a-hole, as she mostly just let Jen humiliate herself. Before we get to the big reveal of which story was real, let's hear a word from our sponsor, which is actually myself. I'm taking the opportunity to plug one of my books, Blood, Bites, and Beauty by Eric Van Haes. This is a very funny book about a vampiress who's very much set in her ways, but is forced by one of her Reaper friends to take part in a beauty pageant where a murder has been predicted to happen. There are a lot of laughs, as some other contestants are also supernatural beings and just as unsuited to the world of beauty pageants. The book is available on Amazon, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, and even libraries that loan you books electronically. Now it's time for the big reveal. The actual fake story written by AI is this one. Am I the a-hole for swapping the luggage tags so my sister-in-law ended up with the ugly bridesmaid's dress? This means, of course, that the story we presented last week was actually a genuine one from the Reddit AITA subreddit. If you want more of this kind of content, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. It helps me quite a lot. And if you liked the story, please like the video. I'll see you next week for another AITA story that may or may not be true. Bye-bye.